Hello and welcome to this short clip about the bear cult. The bear cult worshipped the bear as a mediator between a heavenly creative realm above and a creative underworld below. From the interaction of these two realms, life was thought to emerge as some kind of unstable and imperfect creation. The bear was worshipped as nature's original shaman, and in some cases was regarded as the ancestor of humans. Like a shaman, a human mediator with the spirit realm, the bear was thought to possess magic tokens to help with its spirit tasks, such as magic cloaks, claws, and superior senses that work in the spirit world. At the Aurignacian site of Chauvet Cave, human activity dates to about 36,000 years ago. At that time, humans in Europe were beginning to face the coldest climate of the Ice Age. People began to change from looking robust and living in small groups in harmony with their traditional landscapes to much more slender people living in larger groups supported by a greater degree of technology and trade. Traditional Ice Age megafauna was beginning to die out wherever this culture spread, probably due to overexploitation. This happened in Europe, Asia, and in the Americas. Chauvet Cave shows evidence of bear worship. There are many bear depictions which are in special locations of the cave, are shown without eyes or in unusual configurations with other animals. Most paintings at Chauvet Cave occur on panels. There is evidence that many, if not most of the panels at Chauvet Cave are located near bear claw marks. There are remnants of over 130 mainly female cave bear skeletons in the cave, and there is proof that some of these bones were manipulated by the ancient people of the Aurignacian culture. The cave bear used to hibernate inside of the caves and give birth to its young there. When the bear retreated from the world at the end of autumn, winter followed. And when the bear re-emerged in spring, life was reawakened. At Chauvet Cave there are sectors where the usage of different colors predominates. The deepest and darkest part of the cave was probably seen as an earth womb, and all of the vulvar signs are found here. Images are either traced onto the walls using fingers, just like the bear used its claws, or they are drawn in shadows using charcoal. These black images are unusual because they depicted animals missing their fur, fangs, antlers, and hooves. Some animals have clearly outlined sections of hide colored in black, or they have lines drawn on them that seem to divide their hide. Horns and other significant animal attributes are colored in with black paint. It seems, therefore, that the black paint acted as a shadow hiding these parts. These conventions suggest that the images related to ritually killed or hunted animals who had power tokens removed from their body for the use by shamans in their rituals. For instance, a round shade on the back of a bison may suggest a shaman used this part of the hide to make a spirit drum. All animals in the black sector of Chauvet Cave are either shown whole or with their front section. Never are animals depicted just with their hind sections. Jean-Claude and David Lewis Williams have suggested that Ice Age shamans saw the cave wall as a membrane to the spirit world in their trance, and that their drawings served to pierce that membrane to let in the animal spirits. The black images at Chauvet Cave therefore suggest three things. Firstly, humans were imitating the bear. They thought the bear was scratching the cave wall, letting in some vital life force, which eventually would result in the rebirth of life in spring. The people of the Aurignacian culture tried to emulate this practice. Secondly, humans were drawing or tracing animal depictions in the back part of the cave to let in animal spirits that once had a body that was taken by humans, and from which humans had removed power tokens that would help them communicate with or influence the creative spirit realms above and below. It is likely that at the time the earth was visualized as a disk floating on the waters of the underworld and suspended below the waters of the heavens. Thirdly, humans were imitating the bear in its activity, and to that extent they were replacing the bear as the main mediator with the spirit realms. Indeed, in later cave art, following on from Chauvet Cave, the bear features less and less. However, where the bear is represented, it usually follows unusual conventions, such as being depicted without a head. A lot of Ice Age cave art in southern France shows humans made bear-like claw marks and finger fluting onto the cave walls, despite the absence of any bear bones or images. This has most notably been documented by Michel Lorblanchet, if you want to read more on that subject. We may therefore conclude that the cultural proliferation in Europe during the last Ice Age was deeply inspired by the bear cult, and that if the bear disappears from being represented in art and culture, it is because humans began to assume its spiritual and shamanic role. If you're interested in this topic or would like to read more, my book Ice Age Art and the Bear Cult is available on Amazon.